All right. Good morning, everyone. We are so grateful for all of you joining us here this morning for our community conversations with the partnership. I am Lanisha Staten, the community outreach manager for the Partnership for Children here in Guilford County. And again, it is so wonderful to have all of you join us this morning as you do from week to week as we have the opportunity to continue to bridge upon our community resources and our community partnerships throughout Guilford County, and it is just certainly a joy to continue to bring on various agencies and to this allows us to be able to share their resources with you continually, even though we're virtual, even though we're not able to come out in the community as much as we are used to doing. We're still able to bring these resources to you, and it is a joy for us to be able to do so. This morning, it is our distinct pleasure to welcome the Guilford Parent Academy through Guilford County Schools. We are so grateful to have them. Number one, as a community partner, they are doing such wonderful work, and we know that this month is November, as we know November is Family Engagement Month. And what a wonderful time to have them as our special guest this morning, as they have launched their new Family Engagement Network here in Guilford County. And we thought this was the perfect opportunity to allow them to come on and just to share about the great work that they're doing. We know that several of you are already familiar with their resources and the great work that they're doing through Guilford County Schools. But today you get to learn a little bit more, and we're just grateful to have Ms. Kimberly Funderburk. She is the director for the Guilford Parent Academy, and also Ms. LaSheka White, who works with parent and community engagement through GPA. So again, we welcome them and we welcome all of you. And now I'll turn it over to Kimberly as she talks to us about GPA and the great work that they are doing through their Family Engagement Network. Good morning, Kim.
Good morning, everyone. It is a pleasure to be here with the Guilford County Partnership for Children. Thank you so much, Ms. Staten, for having us. I do want to just say that we're all in this together, and we cannot thank the Guilford County Partnership for Children for their partnership with us as we continue to be thought partners in how we will help our families in the community. So I have with me today Ms. LaSheka White, who, as you stated, is our Parent and Community Engagement Administrator. Ms. White, do you want to greet our viewers?
Yes, hello everyone. We're just excited to be here this morning. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you, because it is all about our families. We love our families. We want to make sure that you have all the resources that you have so that you can take care of your family holistically. We are in this together. That is our key statement, and that's what we stand on. Thank you, Kim.
Awesome, awesome. Next slide. So we will begin talking about our mission and vision. Next slide, please. So aligned with the district's mission and vision, GPA works to bridge the gap for student success through family and community engagement. We want to see our diverse parents thrive. With that top of mind, our vision is to empower our parents and families to cultivate a better quality of life. So I ask you, what does that look like? So imagine families given the tools needed to engage with their students at home, or parents learning job skills to land an encouraging job and start a great career? Or what about creating healthier homes through on-the-go access to resources based on the needs of our families? That's what our vision means for our parents and families. Next slide, please. So GPA helps parents and families by providing free resources and support to all of our families across the district and within Guilford County through our collaboration with GCS departments and teachers, as well as community partnerships, thus that we stated earlier with the Guilford County Partnership for Children. I want to take a moment to share a snippet of information about our free online digital resources. Our online digital resources keep our families engaged in a number of ways. So take a look at this nifty diagram and I'll walk you through it. Under the Brain Fuse umbrella, there's Help Now for students and Job Now for parents. Students have access to a live tutor 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They can receive help in many subjects from pre-K through post-graduation. So just because you graduate from one of our awesome high schools, you still have Brain Fuse to help you as you journey in your higher education. Help Now also features an online writing lab, SAT, ACT test prep, as well as skill building assessments. With Job Now, our parents can access career resources, resume writing assistance, interview coaching and tips, and adult learning skills. That sounds great, doesn't it? Moving on to Connect with Kids. So our Connect with Kids and Family Engagement on Demand provide informational videos to parents on how to engage with their students on topics such as character development, parenting, and the new thing, social emotional learning, and so much more. So there's always times for us to talk with our children about difficult topics that they need to know about. Well, Family Engagement on Demand and Connect with Kids gives you those startup conversations to make that happen. This past May, GPA relaunched its YouTube channel with videos to help families stay connected during their child's academic journey. We're all screen tapped out, right? But families can even learn STEM activities that can be fun at home. New videos are uploaded monthly, so please subscribe and watch. Next slide, please. So how can you gain access to all of our resources? It's pretty simple. Visit the district's website at www.gcsnc.com. You'll find our icon at the bottom of the web banner, and all you have to do is sign up for a free account, and guess what? You'll have GPA at your fingertips whenever you need us. Next slide. So I'll move right along and discuss the purpose of the GPA Family Engagement Network. Next slide. The purpose of the GPA Family Engagement Network is to do a number of things, and I'll just go through them quickly. So one thing is to develop a network of GPA stakeholders to help forward the work of GPA, family and community engagement. The purpose also provides an outlet for our Title I parents and caregivers to voice the needs and share input on GPA programming, resources, and events, as well as other activities throughout the year. One of our mottos is that while we do this work, we cannot do it without the voice of the parents. And so this is a critical piece of what we do and our role in Guilford County Schools. Another way is that we foster a coalition of GCS supporters and advocates through leadership and implementation opportunities. And I'll talk a little bit about that further down in the presentation. Another purpose is to brand GPA by cultivating trust and partnerships among parents, caregivers, and community. We know our parents must build those relationships within the school, and GPA is here to help guide that process along, filtering information, being the first point of contact if you have a question, and so forth. We also want to introduce GCS strategies for implementing equity through our GCS Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Advisory Council. So we're partnering with our DEI department to ensure that we are bringing all of these families to the table when we talk about diversity, when we talk about equitable resources and inclusion within the community. We also want to share social emotional learning strategies with parents so that they can use these strategies as fun engagement activities in the home. Next slide. So our work aligns with the district's Ignite Learning Strategic Plan 2018-22 in the following ways. We empower parents with the tools to support their child's academic journey. We provide educational resources for parents aligned with instruction. You'll hear the word resources a lot in what we do because that is specifically what we do, resources, and serve as an access point for families. We also enhance the health of family holistically. So when you go to our website, you'll see our focal points: adult education, entrepreneurship, retirement, all those extracurricular resources that don't specifically line up with academic focus, but we're talking about the parent holistically, professionally, personally, interpersonal communication skills, all those things that make the parent the best that they can be. We also implement our GPA 5 Fibers to Successful and Meaningful Collaboration, which is a 5-point process based on the research of Doctors Karen Mapp, Joyce Epstein, and Stephen Constantino. Next slide. Now let's talk a little bit about our awesome committees involved in the network. Next slide, please. Our first group is our Parent Voice Group. And let me tell you a little bit about what they do so you can think about how you can plug in. They provide feedback for GPA initiatives and programming. They also share input for the district's Title I family engagement policy that we must review each year and provide resources to our upper level departments. They also communicate accurate GPA news to other parents. One of the things we know is that word of mouth travels in a millisecond, but what's important is that that information is accurate and correct. We also want this parent group to sign up for our free resources, as I've shared with you, as well as encouraging other parents in their networks to sign up and take advantage of our free resources. And this particular committee will recruit parent volunteers to serve in this committee so that we continue to grow and our outreach expands from Greensboro to Jamestown to High Point and to all of those outlining municipalities and townships. Next slide.
I just want to jump in really quick and say this is an awesome committee because it allows the parent to also serve as an ambassador for the program and to advocate for the great work that you're doing. This is a wonderful way for parents to get involved directly into the work that you're doing.
Awesome. And our Parent Voice Group is our most critical committee on this network. And as I stated, we want to grow this committee so that we have the voice of all of our diverse families. I mean, as you know, Guilford County Schools has more than 72,000 students in the district, and that's a lot to cover. And when you look at it graphically, that's 664 square miles. We are the third largest district in North Carolina. And so our work can be very much expansive. So thank you for jumping in on that. So we'll move forward with the next slide and we'll talk about our community stakeholder group. This is our agency voice group. They serve as an outreach partner, sharing again GPA news to other networks, but now we're talking about the business community. They recruit other businesses to support GPA, again, as an outreach partner. If there's an agency that has a LED board that's floating all day long, we'd love to partner with that agency so that we can share our information all day long. They also provide feedback to us to determine how best to match agencies with resources that families and parents really need. We want to, at some point, develop a speakers bureau for family engagement. One of the goals I would love for GPA to do is to host a conference centered around family engagement and have those professionals from local, state, and national level to share resources, to motivate our families, to provide them with resources that they wouldn't get in the community. So that's one of the goals that this community stakeholder group or agency voice group would help us do. Next slide. This is a big one as well. Let me just tell you a little bit about why this is critical. In years past, we're in our 9th year, by the way, GPA was able to function with both local dollars and Title I dollars. With that, we were able to support not only Title I schools, but our other schools in different initiatives. Well, now, you know, the budget has been cut several years, and we have won the school bond referendum that just passed thanks to our community. But GPA now is funded only by Title I dollars, and that percentage is very low when we talk about spreading those federal dollars amongst the district. And so this particular fundraising and sponsorships group will facilitate communications to businesses for financial or in-kind contributions so that GPA can gain new or continued programs. This particular group will also strengthen the GPA donor relationships in the community. So again, building community partnerships, but with a different twist, because we do need those financial dollars to expand the offerings that we could provide for our community. Next slide. I'll talk a little bit now about our GCS in-house allies, and you can kind of think about what that means. But for us, it's our department leads. So when you go to our website, you'll stumble upon our GCS course, our GPA course catalog. And in that course catalog, we offer more than 70 family engagement workshops. Well, guess what? It's our GCS allies who facilitate a majority of those courses and workshops. And so this group as well is important for our work because we have to be unified in order to support the district's strategic plan, priorities, and goals. So this group collaborates with us to deploy family engagement sessions, providing expertise in content areas that are relevant. One of the things I will add to this is that we are really focusing on real and relevant resources for our parents. So as we began to review our course catalog, what may have been relevant in 2017, 2018, and 2019 might not be real and relevant for 2020. So we are constantly reviewing our offerings to make sure that what we offer to families are real right now and are relevant right now. And there's also an opportunity for a debrief with our GCS department's leads to make sure that we're on track with that real and relevancy for our families. Next slide. Our last committee on this network is our GPA Volunteers Committee. And so this is pretty much self-explanatory. However, they develop strategies to gain more GPA volunteers. And so we do have an option on our GCS volunteer sign up for individuals to specifically say that they want to be a GPA volunteer. They would have to go through the same criminal background check as our GCS volunteers because we want to make sure that our folks are in their right minds, don't have any offenses. We want to make sure our environments are safe. And I know right now we're not face-to-face, but we're hopeful that at some point we will be able to re-engage in person with our families. And so this GPA Volunteers group will not only create new initiatives for us to gain more volunteers, but they will participate and lead volunteer efforts sponsored by us. So when we talk about those event gurus out there who have expertise in setup and breakdown of events, gathering meeting materials or event materials, serving as a greeter, just like Walmart and some of our department stores, we know that the friendly face behind the mask will be an add to our workshops and engagement sessions. So this also is a critical piece to the work we do because there are many opportunities for our committees to cross collaborate. What we will not do is tell parents you can only serve on one committee because that's not what we want. We want our parents and businesses to be able to serve in all of the capacities that they feel they can fulfill. So next slide. So as I wrap up this part of the presentation, you can now think about where you plug in. You know, you've heard about our resources, you've heard about all of our committees in the Family Engagement Network, this new, brand new, in its infancy initiative for GPA. So I want to ask you guys a question. Where do you fit? Next slide. And you can click 4 times, please. So we want you to know that GPA needs your piece to complete the puzzle for family and community engagement. We really want you to know that. One of the things that I said earlier is that this family engagement network is built on supporters for Guilford County families. It's built on advocates, individuals who feel strongly about the health of the family. And we want to wrap our arms around those individuals who want to support this effort. Next slide. So what piece do you hold? After learning today about the GPA Family Engagement Network and having an idea of where you can plug in, what piece of the puzzle do you hold? Click, please. Is it the parent voice piece? Click again. Or what about the community stakeholders piece? Click again. But wait, you may have expertise in galvanizing the community and securing dollars and sponsorships for GPA. So could it be the fundraising and sponsorships group piece? Click again. If you can donate your time and talent to Guilford County Schools through the GPA Family Engagement Network, could you be a part of the volunteer group? Would that piece be something you would consider to hold? Click again. And finally, as I've mentioned, our strong alliance with our GCS departments make up our GCS Allies group. And I'm sure many of you know teachers or community agencies who would like to tap in and know someone that works for Guilford County Schools. We love to bring them to the table to talk about how our internal allies, our GCS departments, can help further this work. So we'll click on to the next slide, and that concludes this part of this presentation. I now open this space for any questions, comments, feedback, before I turn it over to my colleague, Ms. White.
I'll just say just quickly, this has just been a wonderful presentation this morning. I was trying to take notes as you were going through, just learning about the different ways that our community and our viewers can participate. You talked about the parent voice group, the agency voice, community agencies joining together in what you're doing, fundraising and sponsorships just to help continue the work and spread the word through that way, and the volunteers group and allies group. These are wonderful ways, and we hope that our viewers will find a way and have thought of some ways that they can connect in to join in and help support what you're doing for our families. And it's great to know that we're at the beginning stages, but we're in the growing stages as well. So this is the perfect opportunity for us to find ways that we can join in to the Family Engagement Network and continue the work. And we just are so grateful to have the opportunity to share at this point of where you are in your development and in the early stages to help share this with our community. And we do encourage folks that if you have questions, feel free to drop them in our comments. And we do appreciate those that are watching with us this morning.
Awesome, thank you. I'll now turn it over to my colleague, Ms. LaSheka White.
Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Kim. Guess what, parents and family and friends? I know that you are tired of the screen. It can get tiresome, but guess what? It's going to be time to have some fun because GPA is going to give you 5 opportunities to engage with your family over the holiday that's screen free. So here are some family ideas. So number 1, how about the best Play-Doh? I remember when I was a kid making this Play-Doh. It was 1 cup of flour, 2 tablespoons of cream of tartar, a half a cup of salt, a tablespoon of cooking oil, and 1 cup of water. And guess what? When I was young, we didn't use food coloring. So I didn't have any food coloring. So it was just white. But now we can be colorful with our homemade, making our own Play-Doh. And with that, parents, guess what? This helps the literacy, it helps science, it helps your child in math, and it also helps your child with social skills, because you have to talk to each other to make sure that this Play-Doh is the best Play-Doh that you will make at home. And guess what? These things that you see, you can have them right in your kitchen. Don't have to go out and purchase them. So that's number 1. So families, think about number 1, making that Play-Doh. I love family activities. Number 2, so we must think about a vision or a thankful board or a grateful board for our families. You don't even have to have a board. You just need some scissors, you need some magazines, and you need a little bit of glue. Then think about at the kitchen table or on the floor or on the kitchen counter as to what you would want to be thankful for the rest of 2020. Yes, it's been rough, but guess what? There also been some things that we can be thankful for. So look in the magazines and cut out some good things and say that, you know, this is what we're grateful for. So that's another activity that you can do. No screen time, no looking at the computer or the iPad or the phone, but this is an opportunity that you can have with your family. Guess what? Number 3, did you think that you could become an author? Well, guess what? Everybody in your family can create their own book. You can take some time together and think of a superhero possibly that is in your family. Write up a story, tell that story, illustrate your own pictures, illustrate, make it fun for each other. So who's the superhero? Would it be mom, or would it be dad, or would it be your son, or would it be your daughter? It may even be grandma with a cape on. I have no idea, but create those memories with number 3, making your own comic script book. That's an awesome way that you can enjoy your family for next week and weeks to come as we celebrate holidays, as we get together in our small groups and wash our hands. Remember, making sure that we are safe. Well, guess what? How about number 4? Now, guess what? It's snack time, but we can have snack time even with some cereal. How about a box of Fruit Loops, colorful necklace, and some yarn? It don't even have to be yarn. It can be some thread or some type of string. We can make that beautiful necklace. Doesn't have to match in all colors like we see here, but you make that design, create that, wear it for a minute, and then guess what? I'm gonna snack on it for later. So it's a necklace that you can snack for later. So I think the kids would enjoy that, would love that. I know that's one that I would probably do as well with my family. Thinking about number 5. Now, it is football season, and my family, including myself, love football. So my favorite team is the Washington team. Now, my son likes Green Bay. So think about the colors of your favorite team. And some people even like the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, well, think about those colors and make yourself a paper football. Just a piece of clean paper. It can be notebook paper. It can be copy paper, but you can YouTube how to fold that. And guess what? Put those thumbs up, put those hands up, get on each end of the table, and let's have some paper football with the family. I know I miss the sports. I miss looking at my son play football, going to the games. Let's create that in your own home. It's all about making experiences for our families, and it's all about making memories, making those memories that last. And so here are 5 screen-free family ideas that we think that will be great opportunity for your family to experience each other, to learn each other, to have some math to go on, to have some literacy still going on, to have some science going on. Not even that, to have some social skills that, guess what? The family can sit at the table, can sit on the couch, can sit even on the floor and just have some good old conversations about what's going on, because that's how we learn. That's how we learn each other. That's how we protect our families. That's how we, get to those tricky conversations as well. Understanding that we're all in this together. We want to thank you for the opportunity for coming on today, Facebook Live, to show some of our GPA screen-free family ideas. Thank you for the opportunity, LaSheka, and thank you, Kim.
Awesome.
These are some wonderful, wonderful activities. Thank you, LaSheka, for providing these. And I put in the comments for families to let us know if you try any of these so we can share this with the Guilford Parent Academy team. These are just wonderful ideas. I remember doing the necklace with my mom. And like you said, the Play-Doh, the paper football, the book. I love the vision board. That is awesome, so that families can establish a vision. These are just wonderful, wonderful ideas that you shared for our families to try at home, especially during Thanksgiving, as people are gathering around the table. These are awesome.
Sure. So while we wrap up, Ms. Stanton, again, we want to thank our Guilford County Partnership for Children for just inviting us to be with you today. We're excited about this work. I'm sure you can hear it in our voices. You can see it on our faces. And we really want this to thrive. We want our families to thrive. We want to cultivate better lives for our families. Title I families, families in high poverty areas. The gamut is endless. We're talking about all of our families. We just want them to be better, think better, do better, and have the resources to make it happen. So I will finalize our presentation today with asking all of our viewers to join us. Sign up for a free account. Go to the district's website, www.gcsnc.com. Find our icon at the bottom of the web banner. And then you can reach us through our contacts. Myself, Kimberly Funderburk, Director of Guilford Parent Academy, Ms. LaSheka White, and we also have an awesome office support and a Title I parent support administrator to help our families. So we want to stay connected. We want to create new ways to reach out to the community, and we want to be here as an access point for all of our parents and families. Thank you so much.
Okay, it looks like LaSheka has dropped off the call. We just want to thank all of our families that tuned in with us today, and thank LaSheka and Kimberly for being with us today. And we hope to see you in next conversations.
Thank you.